What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing, and today I'm going to be predicting the outcome of Martin Joseph Ford versus Azinga Fuzile, which is going to be a 12-rounder for the IBF Super-Featherweight World Title Eliminator. And this fight is going to be Saturday, May 29th, from the Michelob Ultra Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. And this fight is going to be broadcasted on DAZN. And to get into both fighters, Martin Joseph Ford fighting out of the United Kingdom. He holds a record of 24 wins, 1 defeat, and 2 draws, with 11 wins coming by way of knockout. He's currently ranked number 27 by BoxRec in the Super Featherweight division. And his one lone defeat comes via knockout in the 5th round to James Tennyson in a fight that he was winning clear on all 3 judges' scorecards, but then he did get stopped, as I was saying before. But he does have a draw to Maxie Hughes, but in their rematch, he was able to beat Maxie Hughes via unanimous decision. And some of his other good victories come over Jesus Amparan, Davis Boshiero, Julie Jenner, Anthony Kakashi, and Sergio Blanco. But to get into his opponent's resume, Azinga Fuzile, fighting out of South Africa, he holds a record of 14 wins, 1 defeat, with 8 wins coming by way of knockout. He's currently ranked number 15 by BoxRec in the Super Featherweight division, and his one lone defeat comes via knockout to the former world title challenger Shavkatsan Rakhimov in an IBF Eliminator in South Africa. And in that fight, it was fairly controversial because Fuzile was winning that fight wide on all 3 of his scorecards until he was stopped out of nowhere, dropped twice in that 8th round. And the controversy in this one is that Rakhimov was caught in his corner, I believe by some YouTube sleuths, using like smelling salts, or even the commission might have known that, but they didn't overturn the result of the fight. I'm not really too sure if the substance specifically was smelling salts, but his corner was seen rubbing something under his nose. Then in that 8th round, he came out faster, stronger, and speedier than before, and was able to stop Fuzile out of nowhere, as I was saying before. But Rakhimov was like really down on the scorecards in that fight, and he was gassed, and he just gained energy out of nowhere and got the stoppage. But some of Fuzile's wins come over Romulo Kwasika, Sefiwa Munyai, Wadi Usman, Malcolm Klassen, Makbute Senyabi, and Ibrahim Klass Mgender. In my opinion, this fight is a 50-50 and either man could win. I was edging Martin Joseph Ford really like last week to win this fight on points by using his reach and his height advantage, because I believe that Fuzile is the smaller man here. But now I'm sort of edging Azinga Fuzile to win this fight via stoppage, and I can see either man winning actually, because Fuzile, if he uses his shoulder roll kind of style and lands some great counters on Martin Joseph Ford, he could stop him. Or if Martin Joseph Ford uses his boxing skill and his reach, as well as the jab, he could definitely keep Fuzile off him and sort of win this fight using his very good technique and skill, especially using ring IQ, to win this Eliminator bout and to possibly fight for a world title next. Martin Joseph Ford, as I was saying before, he looks to win this fight by boxing Fuzile. He said in a recent interview that he was more skilled and experienced than him, and he should get the job done. And he would most likely fight for that vacant IBF belt next. And that's what he says. And I think that's definitely a possibility. And it's definitely a big one, because this is a 50-50, as I was saying before, and I've seen mixed predictions. A lot of people are predicting Martin Joseph Ford to win this fight on points, and a lot are also picking Fuzile to win this by knockout or points. But Fuzile, he's a powerful puncher, and he showed that in a lot of his fights. And he's fought very experienced fighters in Africa. If you take a look at his resume, he's fought many opponents with over 25 fights. And Martin Joseph Ford could be another one of his victims who he does beat via knockout. I believe this is both of these fighters' U.S. debuts. Martin Joseph Ford, I've been seeing in a lot of his interviews and articles about him that this is his Vegas debut and he looks to impress. And Azinga Fuzile, if you take a look at his BoxRec, all, if not some of his fights are in South Africa, while the others are in other African nations. Most of his fights aren't really televised in the United States, where I am, for Fuzile, but Martin Joseph Ford, I've seen a bit of him on like DAZN, Sky Sports, and stuff like that, and he looks pretty good. He's a good boxer. He doesn't have a lot of power, but he doesn't really need that. He has a decent reach advantage over Fuzile, height advantage as well, and he will use that jab to gauge his distance, but I'm not really too sure if it will work, because Fuzile is a very good counterpuncher, and he will be able to sort of duck the jab and land a shot over the top. It could definitely be a straight or even an overhand right or something like that could definitely buzz or stop Ward. And I think that's most likely what's going to happen. I think that Azinga Fuzile will stop Martin Joseph Ford from the midway point, like from rounds 5 to like round 8, like a mid to late stoppage, I guess you could call it. Because Fuzile, I'm not really too sure if he's going to get a standing stoppage or if he's going to clean knockout Martin Joseph Ford, or if he's going to drop him multiple times, then stop him standing. Something like that could happen, but I'm overall, in general, just picking Azinga Fuzile via knockout. Fuzile is a very, very young and well-skilled fighter, and I think that he has a long way to go. After he gets his victory, he will most likely be challenging for that vacant IBF world title. So overall, I believe that Azinga Fuzile will be able to stop Martin Joseph Ford from rounds 5 to round 8 to get his 15th victory, 9th by knockout, and to give Martin Joseph Ford his second taste of defeat, and second by knockout. And yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.